Welcome to Motoshi HARP EXPLORER. My name is Motoshi Kosako, harpist, improviser, and composer. So this video series, I would like to share interesting cutting-edge frontier of harp playing. So this week, I would like to play one of the famous jazz standard, Stella by Starlight. So this tune has a lot of modulation and also lots of 2/5 cadence, minor and major both. And for me, this is a really typical style of most jazz standards number. So I think this piece is a very good example to show you how to play jazz standard. And first, to play jazz standard, we have to memorize the harmony progression. It's not just intellectual memorization, but almost you can hear the harmonic sequence inside of you while you're playing. If you don't have this, you can't have a really natural flow of improvisation. Because, for example, if you are looking at a chart all the time and then catching up the chord progression, you don't foresee what's coming next. And then your phrasing is always chopped up one bar, and then you do something this and in this bar or next bars, and then just a few bars later you have to start with something completely new which doesn't have any connection you have done previously. So this kind of improvisation is okay, but it's not musical. So in a way, like, you have lots of words, but the entire sentence doesn't make any sense. So it's important to memorize the harmonic progression with the feeling. When you improvise a melody, you need to be able to sing. Actually, whatever you can sing has the very deep emotion and understanding behind that. But if you let your finger lead and then you play something you can't really sing, or you don't know what's coming out of what you're doing, and this is not convincing. You play something, but you are not behind it. So it's always better to choose something you can sing. And to be able to do that, you have to listen to a lot of good jazz music, and then you start formulating improvisation inside of your head before you play an instrument. So also another important thing is you have to keep the groove you choose to use. For example, in this case, I'm going to use the 4/4 kind of swing type of groove. And you need to keep that as if you have a drummer playing hi-hat and ride cymbal. Like, so this kind of rhythm section you need to have inside of you, and then you're playing with that rhythm section and you keep the rhythm. It's okay to sway a tempo a little bit. Sometimes I have a tendency to start the music in a certain tempo, but actually going a little bit faster, especially I start playing the walking bass line. But that's okay when you're playing solo, but it's better to stick with certain groove and a certain tempo as much as you can. To be able to make your performance sounds more like a jazz harp instead of harp jazz, you have to play a jazz phrase, which is you can learn from lots of great jazz musicians in the past and in the present too. Like, I learned a lot of jazz phrasing from like Charlie Parker and Miles Davis. From pianists, I learned a lot from Bill Evans, Keith Jarrett, Chick Corea. And guitarist, I liked Barney Kessel, Pat Metheny, Jim Hall, John Abercrombie, Ralph Turner, all those people. But anyway, the good jazz melody solo is actually, even if you play without harmony, you can hear the harmony. It's like a Bach's solo violin or solo cello suite. Actually, he used a minimum harmony, but all the melody actually implies the harmony. Stella by Starlight, even without playing the harmony, something like that. So actually, I'm trying to play the arpeggiated chord kind of pattern, and also try to choose the note which imply the harmony. So in that case, if you add a little bit of note on the left hand, I just play only one note as on a bass line, but still you can feel the harmony. So this kind of approach is very good for jazz playing, because if you have too many notes playing at a time, you have much less freedom to do something fast or something like jumping in a position. So it's nice to keep what you're doing simple, but make it sound more interesting. So it's kind of cheating in a way, but the minimalistic effort, and then you get biggest effect, which is very smart. I hope you enjoy my performance of Stella by Starlight.